Thank you for stopping by. Did you see that guy on a surfboard? So that was me. I'm going to use that analogy as me in retirement. You know, that music and him surfing, and that was me. I'm going into retirement. I'm surfing, I'm cruising, I'm checking off the boxes of all the things that I want to do, and I'm so glad that I accomplished them. But 6 months later, well, that's how I'm feeling right now. So let's discuss the topic about boredom and feeling guilty of doing nothing and just hitting a flat line in your retirement. When you see me wear this, you know I'm kind of cozied up and just kind of having a lazy, hazy day. So when you retire, a lot of these days come up. Well, they have for me. I've been kind of busy after retirement and excited about all the plans that I had, and I accomplished most of them, but I've come to a standstill. I'm kind of feeling guilty. I feel like I'm being the expert of doing nothing. So why do I feel guilty for doing nothing? And is that okay? Well, I'm here to tell you that personally, I think it's okay. Doing nothing at retirement and the guilt, I believe, is just based on from years and years of systematic belief that we need to be busy all the time. And how do we let go? How do we let go of the feeling that you need to be busy? Why can't you have a day to yourself or two? And besides, it's only temporary. So what I wanted to talk about today is like when I've retired, I had this vision of constantly being busy doing hobbies, doing projects, traveling, weekend getaways. And, I look back at some of my old videos. It's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. 6 months into this retirement, and I think I did most of it. Like I had a really good trip to Europe. I did some hobbies, and I am going through a flat stage of just doing nothing lately. There are days when just a day will go by and I did zero, absolutely nothing. I believe that we are conditioned to earn our rest. And if we haven't earned it, I think that's where the guilt comes. So how do we reframe that? How do I even, put my mind around that? Well, I think I need to put it in the category that a day of doing zero is actually a day of rest and nurturing. We haven't done that in 30, 40 years of our work life. So this is the first time that I really, really look into the base of it. It's like I have nowhere to be, nowhere to go. Boredom can set in. And of course I can be somewhere and I can go somewhere, but the motivation is not there. I really am enjoying staying at home and puttering around the house, and sometimes just even binging on movies and so on. So this guilt is just got to be justified. And I think I'm going to put it in the category of self-care. The good thing is I know it's temporary. It's not going to be like this. So I do want to work on that. But in the meantime, I'm going to embrace of doing a big fat zero. Summer's here. Today is kind of a rainy day and I have the aircon on, which I'm very blessed. Thank goodness for that. I know it's summer for my European friends, and there is a struggle in keeping cool, but I'm very blessed that I have the aircon. In fact, even though I turned it down, I still felt like I needed my favorite, sweatshirt. So that's like my comfort blankie. So that's what I'm doing today. Just I did my morning walk this morning, and then I had breakfast. And then I'm just going to relax and pot around, make this video. So I guess in some way it's productive, but I might not be looking at it that angle. As we all age, our health changes as well. we can't expect to do the things that we did when we were 40 as opposed to 60, 60 set in, 63 for me, 64 in January. And I'm feeling that everything is an extra effort, like gym sessions of 45 minutes to an hour. Not only I find that extremely boring, but I find it that I sometimes, I'll be on that treadmill and I'm hating every minute of it. It's like, why am I not enjoying this? It's just so mechanical. I want the natural workout, like the walking for a purpose. And then this is another part where guilt sets in. Your health sometimes tricks you. I myself, for example, have had a few health concerns. Just by having a complete physical, some of the results I'm not happy with. So I do feel guilty because I blame myself for bringing that on. And it's through my lifestyle. Yes, it could be that plays a big part of it, but it's also your age. So you would have to reframe all the expectations that you have for your health. Anyway, I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. I do have some follow-up appointments. I'm not going to get into it. I think it's fixable just through lifestyle and so on. And that is something that I'm going to be working on. But, I do lie awake. It's like, why did I have that extra sugar? Why am I doing that? Why am I so? Anyway, sugar, caffeine catches up with you. And it doesn't help if you're doing nothing in that part. So, and I'm sure I'm going to get lots of lovely advice. And I'm sure a lot of you that are watching have been through this. And how did you change your lifestyle? Did you find when you retired that your health changed as well? Because this was something unexpected. I thought I was going to continue on, touch wood, being healthy and so on. But my lab results kind of betrayed me. But the good thing is it's borderline. Everything can be fixed through food and exercise. But why did it creep up on me now? Why now? It's a good question. And why is there such a guilt factor about it? Well, it is what it is, and I'm going to deal with it, and we're going to take care of that and check off the boxes. We're going to, like I mentioned before, keep doing our exercises, doing our healthy eating, and just reframe your whole thought about. You got to look at it a totally different way now. It's just you have to look outside the box and take different actions and different stance and views on that. The main thing is, I think positivity is the answer to this kind of situation. But yes, the guilt can creep in there as well after retirement. And I really would like to end this video, even though I said I don't want to talk old, like getting old and complaining about my health and woe's me kind of thing. This video, we can see it as half glass full or half glass empty. I'm going to look at it half glass full because I have the information. I'm aware of the situation. I'm aware that I'm feeling guilty of doing nothing. I'm aware that my lab results, are like borderline of various things and so on. But now that I have that information, I identify that I'm going to have a positive outlook on it and say, okay, let's fix this. Let's fix it before it's too late. So that will be my goal. I want to put this information out because I'm sure a lot of us are going through that. Health changes, guilt complex of doing nothing and relaxing. But I think we earned that. It's a way of releasing your frame of mind of not wanting, not having the need that's being programmed into us to be constantly productive and busy. So boring is good. Boring is good because it does let your body rest and to deprogram from all your work life. And 6 months is too early to determine the rest of my lifestyle. I believe that this phase is necessary. I'm analyzing it, I'm reviewing it, I'm putting it on YouTube, and I would love to know for our, expert retirees. Did you go through this as well? That's another thing. My sleep, it is just erratic. I couldn't fall asleep till 2 a.m. the other day. And then I'm tired. And then I'm napping in the afternoon on the couch. And it's just like everything just goes haywire. And I don't like it. And I feel guilty. So I want to work on this. This will be my goal. This needs to be fixed, without being strict on myself. So yeah, it is a very, very interesting thing. That's, another thing that I didn't expect in retirement. So yeah, you could be planning this and that, but then it's a total different kind of, retirement set that you just have to kind of like face it, recognize it, and steer it. So I hope this video was helpful. I haven't been really motivated to make any YouTube videos. I thought just, like my excitement of traveling, everything almost had me video on a weekly basis, but I'm struggling to come up with ideas. But I do want to touch up on that because it happens to all of us. So that is my message for today in this video. But in the meantime, the rain has cleared, so let's go and do something. I might take you around town. I might let's go to a thrift store, shall we? Okay, let's do it. Let's get out and just move. Like the couch is calling me, but I'm going to ignore it today. So this is going to be changed. Going to get dressed and out we go. Even for an hour, that's better than nothing, right? Okay, so let's go.